friends. Oh my goodness. Okay, it has been a minute since I put out a video or a blog or anything like that, but I have a pretty good excuse. I made a human. This is Grayson Louis Sawicki, and he was born November 10th at 5 pounds 8 ounces. So he was just a little guy. But yeah, pretty good excuse. Well, I really just wanted to pop on here to one, say hi. It's been a minute. Happy holidays. I hope everyone's well. But two, to let you guys know that there are more videos, there are more blogs coming in the new year. I haven't thrown in the towel on Monica Goes. It's still happening. They will most likely be Colorado-based, local hikes, going on adventures with Baby G, things like that. But there is definitely more content coming, so stay tuned for that. Now, I kind of wanted to share my birth story because I think it's pretty cool. So that was it for the travel and adventure if you're not interested. But for those of you who are, I'll tell you a little bit about what happened. So Grayson was actually due on November 23rd, but if you followed my social media, you saw that, there was a chance he was going to come early. He was, UGR, basically growth restriction, attached to the placenta on my side. So they didn't know if he wasn't getting enough nutrients or if he was just small from genetics. But at one point he was only 2 pounds, should have been 4, and was in the 7th percentile. So I had to go in like twice a week. They had to keep an eye on me. They thought he might come early, and then he had this massive growth spurt. In like 2 weeks, he doubled weight, and they said, no, he's going to make it to term. So we were kind of thinking maybe week 39, but probably 40. We were really kind of hoping for those extra 2 weeks. So it was November 9th, and it was kind of crazy because Steve was going to bed, and I said, you know what's crazy? We could have a kid tomorrow. And he was like, don't even say it. Don't even speak it into the world. We still have 2 more weeks. And I was like, yeah, but we could. That's the weird part. And he was like, I swear to God, if I wake up and you are in labor, I'm going to be so mad. So about 1:30 in the morning, I was like, babe, I know I was kidding, but I'm kind of having a contraction. And he was like, nope, didn't hear it. I'm going to work. Call me if they get bad, if you got to go to the hospital, but we're going to pretend like that's not happening. I was like, okay. So I got up in the middle of the night. I started like cleaning and packing things and doing things just in case. Started doing work because I was like, well, I want to help get caught up on stuff. And then I called the doctor, and she was like, you should go in to get checked. And I was like, but I'm fine. Like, they're just going to send me home. It's too early. I even sent my boss a note, and I was like, hey, I got to go to the hospital for like a couple hours, having contractions, but I'm pretty sure they're fake. I'll be back, by the afternoon. So I call Steve, we go to the hospital, and they're like, yeah, it is early, but you are severe preeclampsia, which I had no symptoms of, but apparently my blood pressure was like, 195 over 60 or something. Basically it was like top. And so they were kind of freaking out, and they were like, you're having this baby today. Okay. So they check me in, they induce me, they give me, Pitocin and all the things to get ready. And of course it takes a while. So it's like maybe 4 in the afternoon at this point. Like, I'm playing Monopoly with my family. I'm like, man, this is taking forever. And then the doctor comes in, or the nurse comes in. She was like, here's the thing. Your water hasn't broke. And if it doesn't break soon, we might have to do a C-section. And so as soon as she walked out, in my head, I was like, all right, here's the deal, Baby G. I need this water to break. And no joke, not even 30 seconds later, I felt this kick and this whoosh. And I was like, oh, he just broke my water. So the nurse comes back in, and she's like, oh, awesome. Okay, good. We're still on track. Should be fine. It's like another hour. She comes in, and she was like, you're only 5 centimeters. And if this doesn't start soon, we might have to do a C-section. And I'm like, okay. So she leaves again. I'm like, Baby G, I need you to like pick up the pace. We gotta get on this. And so she comes in an hour later, and she was like, oh my gosh, you're at 10 centimeters. And I'm like, Baby G and I, we got this. So they start the process, labor starts, doctor comes in, all the things. And I guess his umbilical cord was being like, I don't know, smushed. He kept kind of saying like it was basically as if you're stepping on a garden hose. He wasn't getting the blood, the oxygen, everything that he needed. They didn't know if it was around his neck or if it was just like a weird way. So once again, they were kind of like, we're going to try to get him out, but it may come down to a C-section. And I'm like, okay. Like, they even told my mom, they were like, we can't tell you anything about her status, just that she's healthy. So they were definitely getting ready for that. So we're pushing, doing all the things, and I hear the doctor tell the nurse, go prep the OR. And I'm like, all right, we're going to a C-section. So the third time, I'm like, baby G, you got to come out. You got to come out right now. And the doctor was like, look, you got like 1, maybe 2 more pushes, and then we got to go. Next push, whoop, out he came. So it was kind of crazy because, you know, he listened to me, and I feel like we have this automatic bond, and we're really good at manifesting things and making them happen. It was definitely a weird experience because I was on magnesium, so I was like completely out of it for a while, but I loved my time in the hospital. I've loved my time at home. I'm really trying to embrace all of the sleepless nights, bags under the eyes, all of the crying and everything, because he's only going to be this little for so long. But yeah, so that's our story, and he's here now. I'm ready for my adventure buddy. Let's see, he is 5 weeks, so a couple more weeks, and then he can head up. I can take him out a few more places, and then by 6 months we're gonna be hitting that trail, running and hiking and doing all the things. So get ready for more content. Thank you for being patient in the meantime, and yeah, happy holidays.